Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Seth, clinical psychologist Dr. Seth Meyers. Today, I want to talk about something that I think is really important, and it's important because it affects so many people. Before I do that, though, I just want to share the why. The reason why I am making this video and really all the videos that I have here in my YouTube channel. And that's basically to be helpful. It's the whole reason why I became a psychologist in the first place. My hope is that I can say something, share a tip. It can maybe comfort them. It can make them think about something maybe they hadn't thought about before. Or it can maybe confirm something that they had already thought about or wondered. Maybe it can reinforce a sense of self esteem. One of the ways that I see myself as a psychologist is actually as a cheerleader. I want to be a cheerleader for people. I want people to feel good about themselves, and I want to help people bring out the best in themselves because I believe that we're all here. The purpose of all of this is to lead good, productive, positive lives. And one of the main things that can sometimes be a major setback for people, and I'm going to talk about in this video, is divorce. And specifically, I'm going to talk about a group of people that divorce can sometimes be harder for than for others, and that's women. So, I'm going to go over a few factors that can make divorce challenging for women. And if you are someone, if you're a woman who's going through divorce right now, I want you to know that you are supported by a whole society of people that understand how difficult divorce is and also how it can be more difficult for women. Know that you have compassion behind you. Know that people have empathy for you and understanding. And while it may be difficult now, bad times will not last forever. Even though in the moment you're thinking to yourself, well, it's really a little bit too intense right now. It'll never change. This is permanent. It's never going to get any better. It really can. It really can. So let me go over a few of the factors about what can make it especially difficult for women. The first factor is economic instability. There is an income gap that exists between men and women. Sometimes that's because women have lower incomes in their careers or they have interrupted careers often related to childbirth or other factors of taking care of individuals, because that's what a lot of women find themselves doing. The next factor I want to talk about is single parenting stress. Any single parent out there knows exactly what I'm talking about. I do not need to tell you. The stress of being a single parent is phenomenal. You meet so many of the needs that the child has for shelter, for food, for clothing, getting them dressed, getting them bathed, and the list goes on and on. You also provide the emotional nurturing, the emotional caretaking, which is enormous. A lot of times, all of these primary demands fall on the women. And one of the things that this makes me think about is when you see or you hear people talk about self care. Oh, people need to have spa days and they need to go take care of themselves, and you need to put yourself first and meet your needs. Well, the truth is, a lot of single parents who are women, they don't feel that they have that luxury. A lot of them don't have financial resources to seek some of the self care that a lot of people would recommend for them, like massages and pedicures. And they also often don't have a lot of time. Time is often one of the most precious commodities for a single parent who's a woman. One of the things that's tough about single parent stress is that the stress can lead to, guess what? I really always like to encourage people listening or watching to think also as we talk about some of these issues. Single parent stress can lead to what? What do you think are some of the things that stress can lead to? One of the things it can lead to is burnout, emotional burnout. Someone feeling like, I'm tired. I can't do it anymore. It's too difficult. My resources are all spent. I don't have the energy. I'm depleted. Emotional burnout is a real risk for so many single parents who are women. And my heart goes out to you. You are not alone. There are people in this world who do understand, connect with other single parents who are women and talk to them, talk about how you feel, make sure that you have a network of people to help reduce some of that stress. The next factor that I'm going to talk about that can make divorce more difficult for women is housing insecurity. So, women, for example, may struggle after divorce to maintain the family home, or they may struggle to have to go find new housing with limited income. And finally, the last factor that I want to talk about is what I would call legal navigation. And this often includes financial components. So, after divorce, a lot of times, if a woman in the relationship didn't handle the finances, she may not have been aware about certain details about the finances, how things got paid, from which accounts things got paid from, being involved with some of the taxes. Now, of course, a lot of women in their marriages, they actually were the primary person who handled the finances. But in a lot of other marriages, no, it may have been the man that handled it. So, not being familiar with all these processes and being used to doing it, if that's you and after the divorce, you can really feel overwhelmed navigating all of the legal and financial needs that there are to manage. One thing that can be helpful, of course, in relationships is for each member of a couple to learn the finances, to learn where the bills are getting paid, how they're getting paid, etc., so that everyone has those skills and also has that awareness of exactly what the money is in the relationship and how the money is getting spent. And if that's not something that you did in your previous relationship, maybe that's something that you can do in your next one. But before we close, I just want to again reassure people that although divorce is incredibly difficult a lot of times for people, and especially for women, the difficulty doesn't have to last forever. Divorce is really taxing and emotionally draining in so many ways. A lot of times there's sadness and there's anger. And there's just such emotional messiness sometimes in divorce that is depleting in its own way. But there often will come a day when you start to feel like you not only get your physical energy back, but you actually start to get your spirit back a little bit too. And that's also what I wish for all of you, anyone going through this process in particular. I hope this video has been helpful. If it has, you can like this video or you can also subscribe to my channel so that you get the new videos as they become available. You can check out my whole library of videos here on my YouTube channel on all types of topics about how to live a better, more emotionally successful life. And I also have the podcast, same name as my channel, Insight with Dr. Seth, where I do full interviews with experts and everyday folks on a whole range of topics so that we learn what makes us tick. Well, I hope you have a good one, everybody, and I'll see you next time.